Hello, thank you for joining me on another painting session. Today I've got a rough idea of what I want to paint. So, a long time ago I did this 3D render. Oh my god. And I quite like the lighting setup, the way it's kind of a lost edge there. And then you bam, light source hitting that. So I'm not going to copy the exact thing, but I'm going to create a new painting, and it's not going to be any 3D, it's just going to be painting based on this light setup. So shove this over my other screen. Let's get stuck in. I'm going to change the color scheme as well. It's going to be less green and more blue. So let's get some blue and then whack that down. And then let's just start, whoops, don't want that brush. Let's just start messying up the canvas. If you've been following my painting, you'll know this is how I always start a painting. Not something I invented. It's quite common amongst the best artists. And I also want to get lots of different hues and values down. I want to get nice colour variation. So let's start bringing in some colour. Change the brush up. I'm going to try some different brushes today. I tend to always use the same ones, don't I? What else have I got? Got too many brushes. You have too many tools, you tend to be overwhelmed with nonsense. Interesting. Oh no, I don't like that. That sucks. That sucks. Let's use a different mixer brush. Mixer brushes are great because that's how you get like a nice traditional look. Basically just simulates like smudging across the page with either a dry brush or just your fingers. What's this one do? Some of them aren't very good though, as I'm finding out now. Oh, that one's alright. I like that one. The background, really when you're starting out, it should be soft, like I'm doing now. Nice softy. Something that looks kind of traditional looking. Interesting. This is kind of going nowhere in a minute, but bear with me. Just trying to find some cool brushes I can use. Let's use a different mixer brush, not that one. See, I'm just going to go back to my favourite one, I think, which is this one. It just works. That's what I want it to do. Just smudges the paint, look. Yeah, stick with what you know, eh? Let's get some texture going. Lower down the opacity and the flow, and then slowly build up some values. Nice. So in a minute I'm going to start plotting in my spaceship outline, I think. Again, like I said, I kind of know what I'm doing on this one. So I'm not starting out from complete scratch. Let's bring in a little bit of purple. It's nice to have like subtle colours, especially when you're doing like space stuff. You want a nice bit of colour variation. Another way to get some colour variation is go into your brush settings, go colour dynamics, and then turn up the hue jitter, and then it's going to change hue. See that? With every brush stroke. There's a little pro tip for you. Some nice colours going. Sound effects optional, but necessary. Okay, let's plot in our ship. Don't really know what the ship's going to look like at this point. Probably I want it to be like facing the front, so like the cockpit is going to be like here. That's the bit that's going to be in light. Let's do that on another layer actually, that'll make life a little bit easier, won't it? Beep. Yeah, so I basically want the cockpit to be here. And it's going to kind of slowly, I mean, just that stupid shape could be a spaceship, right? So like, there's like the window, there's the front. I know it kind of looks like a fish, doesn't it? Right, let's darken these bits of background up quickly. Because it's basically, it's going to be this light of the ship versus the dark of the background. Normally you'd do like the entire bit backlit, but it's kind of side lit. So kind of like, there's going to be light there. Yeah, bit of colour. Yeah, so it's going to be reverse of what I normally do. Normally I'll do a backlit ship and then the ship's kind of dark. But this one is the opposite of that. So really rough at first. But so what happens here is it's almost going to, the background's almost going to be the same value as the ship, just like you saw in my reference. No, it looks kind of awful at the minute, but it'll work. Have faith. And like that. Flip it. Bring this value way up. And this one. Gonna have to do some nice soft edges here. Boom. Alright, cool. See, notice how effective that is. So I can make it pop even more now. But so the darkest darks are going to be on the ship itself, I think. So let's have the darkest darks kind of on the underside of our ship. Kind of reminded me already of like an old John Harris painting, which is great because John Harris is my fave. He's my boy. Okay, let's merge it. Yeah, it's just a nice lighting setup, this. Maybe bring this up a tad. Let's work on this area. So we can just turn that into one big shape here. And then just work on that panel. Shut up, kids outside, ruining my video. Get a job. I can't say get a real job because I don't have a real job, let's be honest. Right. So how does a rounded object behave in 3D space? It's like a gradual, soft edge, but then there'll be a highlight in the middle as well. So my smudger, the old smudger. Ding! And some little specular highlights here and there. Don't know why I'm still using the round brush, the airbrush. I don't normally like doing that, but it seems to be working at the minute. Just roll with it. This is an awkward position to be in. Right, let's get off the round brush. Screw the round brush. This is an old favourite. Quite simple but effective. I'll start building some form to this. Yeah. So this is obviously going to be a focal point. I actually kind of like this already. It's just a cool, I like this kind of look, this kind of like whimsical, dreamlike look. It's all about the lighting. It's the most important part by far. Bring in a bit more colour, the shadows. These are like some sort of antennae. Right, so this is where our lightest lights are going to be, in this area. So let's start putting them in. Maybe there. I have a habit, I just cover everything in edge light, which is not good, so try not to do that today. Even though that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Nice. This can be like some sort of intake, even though we're in space, so there's not really going to be any jet intake, but who cares? This is painting, we can do what we want. Bring in some different colour now. A bit of rusty colour. Right, I know what I'm going to do, because that kind of doesn't look right there, so duplicate the layer and then liquefy. So, oh god, I just made it worse. This is almost like sculpting. You can just push around your 2D image, almost like it was a 3D sculpt, which is pretty useful when you're speed painting, especially, because I don't tend to pay enough attention to my perspective. Oh, happy accident. Little thing coming down there that meow. Okay. Looks meaner now, doesn't it? All of a sudden. Right. Let's get my old favourite brush. Turn down the opacity. So dark, one of my darkest dark is going to be there and here and in the cockpit, I think. There you go. Is that too dark? Yes, too much. There and there. Okay. I'll work out how I'm gonna, like, what the rest of this ship's gonna look like. Because at the minute, I have no idea. Best thing to do, make some random shapes. Hard edges. Maybe this can be something. But most of this is just in dust, so that's what gives it this cool look, which I want to keep. Did I just ruin that? Yeah, I did. I ruined the look that I wanted to keep instantly. Okay. The trick is, it sounds obvious, just keep painting. The hard thing is you've got to keep your head in the game. You've got to think about what it is you're actually painting. I have the tendency just to kind of, I want to keep that soft edge like that, sorry. Thinking and talking at the same time. I have the tendency to just kind of paint mindlessly, and then I just end up like not really paying attention to what I'm doing. I've got to think, right, that's that, that's that. But you need to do that to an extent as well, you know, you need to be loose and kind of mindless about it. But then it comes to the time where you've got to go, right, what am I actually painting? Like, what is this here? Like I said, this could be like an air intake, I suppose. It's too dark. So this could probably be where I could use photo textures now. I think I will. I think I will. Darken that up a little bit. Bum, 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 bum. Variation, mix it in. Okay, nice. Ooh, excuse me, disgusting pig. Photo textures. I'm going to use a lot of photo textures right now. Right, so this is a favourite of mine. Soft light, lower the opacity. Look at that, instant detail, love it. Dun, dun, dun. Do a distort, match the perspective. I like that. And then just erase what you don't want. You want a mix of like panels that don't have much detail and then lots of detail, like under here. The teacher that taught, well, the online tutorials I did, Hardy Fowler, he used to call it covers and guts. So your covers have less detail, and then obviously your guts is where all the detail lies. So that's like your mechanical components. I mean, that looks cool, doesn't it? That's kind of like a happy accident right there. I'll stick with my initial shape though. Or shall I? I don't know. Maybe just like have two of them. There, and then there. I mean, it kind of works. This is what I like about painting this way, because none of this is intentional. It just kind of happens. That's cool. Now, I'm probably going to overdo these, but I really don't care. It's just for fun. The main thing is I achieved my lighting setup that I wanted. Right, soft light. This might be too much now. Try some different ones. Da, da, da. Maybe we'll just go back in with the painting. I'll tell you what, unless might be a good time to lay in something like this and colour dodge. There you go. Instant universe. Meow. Right, I'll probably record for another 5 minutes and then stop the video and then just detail the rest of it up. Oh, no, that's an eraser. Right, so now we've got some of these laid in, we can have them make a little bit more sense. So they look part of the design. Start carving out this cockpit. I like the vibe of this. It's cool. It's got a nice focal point, nice contrast there. That's what it's all about. Let's bring out some of these edges quickly. So we've got like almost like another focal point going on. Reverse. That doesn't really make sense, does it? We get rid of that. That's better. Yeah. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, cool. Cool. Right, so we need these to be near enough the same value. Start to put in a few more hard edges, so we know it's a machine. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Few little higher values here. This isn't the most exciting video, I know, but it's Sunday evening and I shouldn't even be working right now, but I am. Just fancy doing a little painting and then recording it for you guys. I feel like it's important now because people honestly think you need some sort of like crazy software or whatever to be able to pull off cool stuff like this, but I'm showing you guys that you don't. When I was at art college, God, there was hardly any resources available to learn how to do this kind of stuff. Even the teachers didn't know. So it's like such a good time to learn now. And also a bad time as well, since, you know, it can be done with zero effort using generators. I think I mentioned them at every video, don't I? But you know the correct thing to do. Everyone does. If something comes easy, it means nothing. No one wants it if it's easy. Okay, I'll probably stop the video around about here and then just let the screen capture go, continue that, but it was just going to speed up in time-lapse mode, and that's basically just going to be me doing the detail of this. So more of the same, just more zoomed in. But yeah, there you go. Mission accomplished. If I get my reference over again, you can see what I explained earlier. Not the same image, but I used the same light setup. Light there, lost edge in there, in the mist, dark here, nice contrast there. So that's exactly what I wanted to do. Mission accomplished. See you in the next video. Peace.